Shaking my head. Kofi, what's wrong, man? What's going on? Oh, nothing, dude. I just lost my title opportunity. What? To who? To that man over there, Kevin Owens. Vince McMahon says that he's a better candidate. You gotta be kidding. You serious, man? Yeah, right? Don't make too much sense. Yeah, man. What's up with that? Hey, it's Wrestling Hero Figs. What is up with that? Vince McMahon thinks that Kevin Owens is more suited to take on Daniel Bryan for the WWE title. Shield, we're going to see the Shield. We're going to see if the Shield reunion, if they can hold it together one more time against Team Corbin. We're going to get into the entire card. Say we get straight into it because we got some matches here that are worth mentioning. Two of the best from SmackDown squaring off one more time. Why aren't these guys getting a title opportunity? I just think that, especially Andrade, man. I know Rey Mysterio, this is kind of his position to kind of build him up. I mean, he's close to it, man. 1 year, you know, 2 at best. But why aren't they getting like a title opportunity, like whether it's tag, throw them in a tag team, dude. I mean, we can see that there's great chemistry involved between these two, or even in the U.S. title picture. I mean, they were, right, Thursday night, Fatal 4-Way, cool, but I'm talking about like in a pay-per-view. I think these guys right here will, you know, they might be in the pre-show, but, dude, I still think that they might be the ones to steal the show. I mean, they've done it every night that they've stepped through those ropes. They have done it, and they've shown to the WWE Universe that they can be, like, hold up one of the best matches, and I'm sure they'll have one. I think 2019, these two will fall in that category as one of the best matches from this year. But I'm going to have to go with my guy Rey. He's been losing one too many times. Andrade has been picking up most of the wins. I'm pretty sure. I'm going to have to go back, check the statistics, but I think Rey Mysterio should go in here and pick up the win against Andrade. We have a triple threat match for the Raw Tag Team titles. We have Bobby Roode, Chad Gable taking on the Revival and taking on the multi-branded tag team. Like, I'm still really confused. I don't know if you guys have figured out as to what the whole thing is behind this. I mean, they're on Raw, they're on SmackDown, they're on NXT, they're getting a shot for the Raw Tag Team title. So if they were to win this, would they still go over to SmackDown? That's my biggest question from it all. I don't think they'll pick up the win, and I sure as heck don't see these two. I mean, this team was kind of always just slapped together, I feel like. I never felt 100% confident of what these two were doing as a team. That being said, I do see the Revival retaining the tag team titles. So we've seen that Mandy Rose can pull up the upset over Asuka, and that's the reason why she's kind of in this, right? She's getting that title opportunity. There isn't that many left. Man, I think just the brand itself, like for the women's division, it's very small for SmackDown and Raw, so we need to get some more of those NXT call-ups to kind of mix this around. So anyways, from what I saw from that match that these two had right here, they want you to think that Mandy Rose actually has a chance. I don't think there's going to be a lot of title changes here at the last pay-per-view before Mania. I think most of the big changes you're going to see on the Grand Show. I mean, why would you see that, you know, like 3 weeks prior? So, that being said, I'm going to have to go Asuka, with Asuka retaining the SmackDown Women's title. I think we can all agree that we know what these four can do. That Elimination Chamber match, bro, that was one of my favorite matches from the last pay-per-view. Shane McMahon, he always delivers. You got Miz over here, and you have the Usos, the team that, you know, from history, just in WWE history, just one of the best for sure. But this, I think if they give them a good solid like half hour or so, I think this match could also be one of the best ones from the pay-per-view. I mean, they've already shown it. They've told us, yeah, hey, check this out. This is what we can do. That being said, man, I don't see them, you know, I know they said they got this on lockdown, but they don't. The Usos still, you know, since day one-ish, they've had that on lockdown for quite some time. But I'm going to go with the Usos for sure. KO Mania getting a WWE title opportunity when it should be Kofi Mania. Who agrees with me? How many of you guys think that Kofi Kingston should still get this chance at some point? I think what it was is just, you know, WWE tried to make the universe upset. Kind of like what they did with Ronda and the whole triple threat match. This kind of plays in the same role. You know, the crowd is going to go all out. They're going to go on Twitter. They're going to rant. But that's what they want. That's what they want from you, man. So this match right here, it's just a one match, you know, before we go into the big one, to the big show. Because the big show, I do still think it's going to be Daniel Bryan against Kevin Owens. This is just a match right here for KO, just to put him back into kind of the script of it all. So he will take the loss, and this is going to end up happening, dude. This is going to be like the kind of like with Daniel Bryan a few years back when he was competing in that triple threat match, and then he had to go in the second match. Like, he had a couple matches for the WWE. He's going in as the underdog. Daniel Bryan, he's kind of going in there as the great heel that he's been this entire time. But I'm pretty stoked to eventually, hopefully, see this. If it doesn't happen at WrestleMania, let's see this happen within the next year or so. The women's tag team titles are being defended for the first time. Nia Jax and Tamina. Tamina, look, she's kind of been the one superstar. I know she's always been that dominant and powerful female, but she's kind of always jobbed. She always manages to lose. Now, where does that put Nia? That's kind of my thing, right? Because, I mean, if you think back a couple months back, she was in the actual, like, main title picture. So, seeing her with Tamina on a regular, yeah, I don't know what's going to come from that. I don't see these two being dethroned from their just, you know, they just won it. That, and still, man, I think for Raw, like, even though they have the tag team titles, I'm sure they'll eventually capture, one of them will capture it, especially Bayley. I think we got to see Bayley capture the Raw Women's title this year in 2019, or if she ends up getting drafted here in the Superstar Shakeup. But I'm going to definitely go with Bayley and the boss, Sasha Banks. This has a very Braun Strowman match feel to it. You guys remember when Braun Strowman was going in the ring with an injured arm and he had to fight through it all? I mean, there's been other superstars, but I think the one that really just comes to mind from recent history is Braun Strowman. That's kind of what's happening here. She is going in there injured. She's, you know, she came out with crutches on Monday Night Raw. You can see it. Plus, after that beatdown, I mean, dude, Rowdy Ronda going full heel on us. What? Who saw that coming? Actually, a lot of people wanted this. I think she makes for a great heel. That's what the stipulation is. The stipulation is that if she wins, she gets thrown into the triple threat match at WrestleMania. Now, if Charlotte wins, it's just going to be the one-on-one. It's going to be Ronda Rousey versus Charlotte. And I think, look, you can put multiple, like, injuries on the man, but you know, I mean, from what we saw from that Women's Royal Rumble, you can never count her out. So she'll go in there full force. She'll still find a way. I think it'll be mostly, I don't think it's going to be by submission. I don't think the armbar, you know, due to the injury that she's suffering from right now. And I think it just might be also a play, but we'll find out more come Sunday. But I think it'll be like a quick roll-up if she ends up winning this, because this is still going to happen, man. I mean, this is the thing that Stephanie McMahon, she kind of put towards the end of Monday Night Raw. She says, you know, you guys want to see, we all want to see it. Come on, give us our fantasy dream match. So definitely going to have to go right here with the man going in there, picking up the win, and getting our triple threat match at WrestleMania. We're going to see if squad goals still lie strong with the Shield. They're going to step in there with Baron Corbin, Drew McIntyre, and Bobby Lashley. One last time, you guys, and it might just be the very last time. That's it. We're about a month away, give or take, and Dean Ambrose, I don't know, man. There's still a lot of talk that it is a for sure, and it's a real thing that's going to actually happen with him, you know, leaving WWE. Not necessarily over to AEW, but I think he just wants a break from the whole, you know, script of it all. So many people that are unhappy with this, but we're not talking about that. We were talking about if whether or not these three, man, I mean, it was kind of sketchy. If you guys watched Monday Night Raw, he really didn't want to bring it together. He wasn't interested in bringing it together. You know, he stepped out of the ring, went into the crowd. These two were in there waiting for him. Eventually, once they did attack, you know, he's like, man, I got to help out my brother. So let's see if Dean Ambrose can help out his brothers. Just, you know, just come on, just do one more, man. Come on, I think it's worth it. I think let's give it a shot. You know, we've had a total of, I think, all in all, 3 reunions that they've tried bringing this back. And there's either, you know, injury or someone ends up turning on the other. So we'll see. I do think that they are going to hold it together. I think these two, the whole knockoff thing that they were doing over at Elimination Chamber, it was just to build up this match to what this match is going to be on Sunday. But I'm going to have to go with Shield. You know, pay-per-view, I don't know. It's one of those that's like, it's feeling like kind of mediocre. It's the last one before WrestleMania. So let's see what these guys can do. Drop it in the comment section. Let me know what match you're mostly excited for. What turnout do you want to see from this, you know, not just necessarily the Shield match, but also the other ones. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel, and we'll see you on the next one.